What's going on, everyone? My name is Gary Nelson. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and welcome back to the Counseling Corner. So, daddy issues. When you like to date older men, or you're known as for the streets because you tend to sleep around with a lot of people, people say that type of behavior is because you have daddy issues. But there's no real such thing as daddy issues. They are attachment issues that impact how you interact with others. Dads teach us about boundaries. They show young women what things like security and protection look like. They show us the concept of masculinity that we young men emulate and mimic to develop our sense of what a man should be. This is why when people say that being raised by a single mother, that she was the mother and father, that's just false because you don't watch your mother and mimic what she does and look at it as masculinity. Mothers tend to try to teach young men how to be a man by telling him what she believes a man should do, and young men often formulate what they think a man should be based on their desire to be the very thing that their mothers didn't have. You see, mom's working two jobs and she's always tired, so you unconsciously say to yourself, I'm going to be a provider to where my wife never has to work. Now, young women that never had a father in their life could have watched mom growing up, holding down two jobs, always tired, and mimic and emulate that to where she develops the sense that I need to be independent and not depend on a man for anything. And as a result, in her adult relationships, she has trouble letting her man lead, constantly critiques him, and she doesn't trust his judgments. Or if her father was in and out of her life, she might develop the thought process of men are accessories that are interchangeable. And don't trust them because they will say that they love you one moment and then disappear the next. Do you know what that is? It's an insecure attachment, not a daddy issue. Every child develops an attachment style growing up based on parenting or a lack of parenting. Your relationship with your caregivers form the basis for how you'll build relationships as an adult. There are different types of attachment styles: anxious preoccupied, avoidant dismissive, disorganized slash fearful avoidant, and secure. The anxious preoccupied tend to value their relationships and they really love love. But a lot of times they feel like their partner is not pulling their weight or as invested in a relationship as they are. They fear abandonment, and so they can sometimes unconsciously self sabotage a relationship to kind of test whether or not their partner will leave. They can also be very clingy, wanting to know where you're going, where you've been, and when you're coming back. And then when you finally do come home, there's an attitude waiting for you because you caused the anxiety in them. The avoidant dismissive type is the independent woman. She don't need no man. She has a high enough view of herself, and if you want to be with her, you got to get on her program and match her chakra. She tends to hide her emotions because they can make her seem weak. The disorganized slash fearful avoidant tends to be up and down in a relationship. They really want the love and affection, but have trouble trusting you or relying on you for anything. Ever had a partner that asked you to do something for her and you say yes, but she turns around and does it herself, making up some type of excuse like, oh, well, I had to go out to the store anyway, so I figured I'd just take care of it since I was going out. She'll get close to you, but not too close to you because she needs a certain level of protection to avoid getting hurt too badly if something goes left. And the last one is the secure attachment. This is the best one, in which she depends on you and you're able to depend on her. She operates in whatever roles you assign to one another to the best of her ability. She's intimate, she's supportive, she loves being with you, and if the relationship didn't work out, she doesn't go off the deep end. She hurts for a little, and then eventually she can move on. Having a father in her life helps her have a healthier view of what love actually looks like. So what I'm saying is you don't have daddy issues, you have attachment issues. So I encourage you to do an inventory of your relationships. Think about why some of them failed and what went well with some of them. Look for patterns in the personalities of the people you've dated and patterns in why they failed. Be honest with yourself and think of your true thoughts on what a man is and what his role is, and then ask your partner what he believes his role is. See, where things line up and where they don't line up is a lot of times where relationships, get lost in the mix. We tend to focus on the problems inside the relationship rather than looking at, what's positive and what's working. So, that's all I have for you. I'm hoping that, some of this helps you to be in a relationship that's healthy, that's loving, that's supportive, and is everything that you've always been searching for. I'll see you in the next video.